At Nova Scotia Community College, African Heritage Month is a time of celebration, reflection, and recognition. Every February, NSCC honors the rich history and contributions of African Nova Scotians with a series of events and activities across its campuses. This year, international students at the Dartmouth Ivany campus took part in the celebrations by organizing their own special event, bringing together cultures, stories, and voices in a vibrant showcase of heritage and unity.
As many of us might know, the month of February every year, globally, is designated as Black Heritage Month. And this year is no different. We are marking the African Heritage Month celebration here in Ivany campus of NSCC. It's an event the school organizes every year. So 2025's edition is happening today.
Everything that you're seeing here today is all the vision of our international students.
The land acknowledgement is a very special part of today's event. So I'd like to invite one of the planning committee members for this occasion, in person of Hira, Barry, to come give us the land acknowledgement. Hira?
Acknowledge that we live and work on the ancestral and unceded lands of the Mi'kmaq people who were removed unjustly, and that we in this community are the beneficiaries of that removal. We pay respect to the individual knowledge held by the Mi'kmaq people and to the wisdom of their elders, past and present. We honor them as we live, work, and study at Nova Scotia Community College. I acknowledge all treaty people, including those who came here as settlers and migrants, either in this generation or in generations past, and those of us who came here involuntarily, particularly those brought to these lands as a result of the transatlantic and slavery. We pay tribute to those ancestors of African origin and descendants. We recognize the original 52 land-based Black communities in Nova Scotia who have been here for over 400 years. Thank you.
NSCC really values its community, and in this college where we have a lot of multicultural students, and they are coming from different nationalities and different cultures, it's really important to recognize and have this event to just give everyone acknowledgement of it. So I think it's really important, and we are really glad that NSCC helped us in doing that.
A highlight of the event was the keynote address by award-winning social entrepreneur Jane Akini. As the founder and CEO of Dada Dunya, she shared her inspiring journey and vision for empowering communities.
I was a student in the UK, and so I can relate to what is going on here. In the UK, I didn't have a lot of student union or this kinds of activities here. I will say here, what I did come to share is being present and being yourself unapologetically, wearing the cowrie shells, the Africanness, and stepping into it. And I feel like it's important for other students to see that it's okay not to try and fit in, not to try and dress some kind of way, not to try and straighten your hair or wear a wig. You can do all of those things, but if you're doing it from a place of alignment, that's fine. But if you're putting it to blend in, then no. So I really think it's super important for this kinds of events here, so that it shows other people it's okay to be unique and to be yourself and to step into your culture.
I got there from really unmasking and removing all these things that I had kind of put on myself from these different countries, trying to fit in, not trying to show my dreads and wear the cowrie shells that were used as currency to trade slaves. And now I wear them with pride, with happiness, with joy. And so I ask you all, don't try to fit in. Don't try to blend in. Just be you. And forget everybody else. Unmask, be light, and dance when you want to dance.
A key figure behind the success of this year's event was Lanre Akinremi, the current International Student Coordinator at NSCC. Alongside other dedicated organizing committee members, his leadership and commitment helped bring this celebration to life, creating a meaningful and inclusive experience for all.
As you can see, I have on my African attire. It's from Nigeria. It's called an agbada. We have a lot of people here. We have people from with their Ethiopian cultural attires. We have people in their South African cultural attires. We have people in their Gambian cultural attires, Ghanaian cultural attires. It's just a way to bring awareness to the African society in Canada, especially as well on the student level, on the campus ground, because we want people to understand that we're here, we're proud, and we're also making some significant impacts to the community.
Adding to the vibrant atmosphere of this year's event was a dynamic live performance by a talented band composed of both current and alumni music students. Their electrifying performance not only entertained, but also showcased the incredible talent within the NSCC community, making the celebration even more memorable.
I was actually just saying that it's so healing right now, and just so, especially this time of year, it's cold and winter outside, and people are coming from these tropical places, and like I'm here, it's so nice to hear music that I know from places where I'm from, and then eat food and like see everyone kind of congregate and like get the sense of community that you don't get perhaps on the everyday, or at least in the same magnitude.
On guitar, baby. Woo!
Sometimes you really go into things on a whim as a musician. So I was trying to see the chord chart in my head and also not look like I was completely lost.
The event was also graced by Kathleen Allen, the principal of NSCC Ivany Campus, whose support and leadership continue to shape the vibrant and inclusive environment at the campus. Her presence at the event highlighted the institution's commitment to celebrating diversity and fostering community engagement.
We have a lot of international students at Ivany Campus, and about 3 years ago, one of our students began this event, and it became an annual event where international students showcase and celebrate and put the event together themselves. So a lot of administration didn't really have a role to play, and all the speakers were invited, all the music and everything is all student generated and student based. So it's really quite exciting.
Another special moment of the event was the keynote address by Muhyiddin Soluade, an esteemed alumnus and one of the pioneers who helped launch this initiative 3 years ago. Returning this year as the keynote speaker, he reflected on the event's journey, shared valuable insights, and inspired the audience with his message of progress and community impact.
I think we tend to understate the importance of this kind of events, most especially where we have a very diverse community with a lot of African descent people coming to Nova Scotia and understanding that wherever they are now, they should not forget where they came from. And also using that opportunity to enrich the people of Canadians to learn about Africans. And this also gives us the opportunity to appreciate the efforts of what the predecessors have done, how they have made the land a greener and pasture for us to walk in easily. So I think it's very, very crucial that we continue to ring the bell, continue to celebrate our heritage, and not let the heritage event of this kind of magnitude disappear. My intention and philosophy to life is that wherever I go, I want you to see me and I want to make my presence felt. And I'm really happy that that has been my trajectory, has been my goal. I came to this institution not because I believe that I want to get it all, but because I believe I can make impact. And I'm really happy to see today that that impact is being felt by all. Thank you so much, everybody.
Really important that we all take a pause and think about, in our world, in our province of diversity and so much immigration, and certainly this time in our world where we're really trying to understand equity and trying to understand, celebrate inclusion, it's so important that people are hearing about these events that we are going to stand by them and continue to celebrate our differences and our sense of living in community.
And I think people bring their full selves to school, whether they're coming from Halifax or they're coming from another country to come study with us, and we want to ensure that they feel like they can celebrate their culture and who they are while they're a student at NSCC.
Also in attendance was MLA Adegoke Fadare, the first Nigerian-born individual to be elected to Nova Scotia's Legislative Assembly. Elected for Clayton Park West in November 2024, his presence at the event underscores the growing diversity in Nova Scotia's political landscape, marking a significant milestone in the province's ongoing efforts to foster inclusion and representation.
Mr. Fadare Adegoke, MLA. Welcome, sir.
Let's work together. Listen, there are many narratives and tags that they've placed on people. It's your choice to accept it or not to accept it. When I came to Canada, I decided that the tags that have been labeled on people, they say you must always have survival job. I said, no, for people like us. See, listen to me. It's what you accept that becomes dominant or your experience. As we look to the future, let us work together to create a brighter tomorrow. One that is guided by the values of equity and empathy. Anyway, once again, I want to say thank you for inviting me, and I'm great to be here, and it's a great honor to meet with you and to shake hands with as many people as possible. I like to always end by saying, still your boy, Adegoke, and thank you, and have a good one.
Black people in a world where we are told so much that our skin, our features, our hair is ugly, it is beautiful in such an unimaginable way. Our culture is beautiful and resilient. I just hope that we can get to a day and age where Black people and all people of color see our beauty and feel our beauty no matter what.
Right about now, I would like to invite the coordinator of the International Student Ambassadors program, who also is a major contributor to organizing this event in following of course, the legacy of Mr. Muhyiddin, and that's in person of Larry. Larry, to come give us his vote of thanks on behalf of the organizing team that made this year's event happen. Larry, please join us here. Please, a round of applause, please.
Thank you for the great introduction, Williams. Today, I'm standing before you on behalf of the International Student Ambassadors Program. I want to deeply thank the ISA for giving me this opportunity to lead something so significant and meaningful like the African Heritage Month. Initially, I had not planned on speaking at all, but moments like this remind us why it's important. I was inspired by the sheer hard work, support, and team effort that went behind the scenes into the planning and execution of everything that you see in front of you today. From deciding the location of the booth to the food, there were so many wonderful people involved, and without them, it would have been a Herculean task to plan and execute this event on such a grand scale. First and foremost, I would like to thank the faculty who supported this event in all kinds of capacity. From serving the food to providing logistics, they were so crucial. The head of the Student Services Department, Christine Sutherland, for her guidance and support to ensure we had secured all the necessary authorizations. A heartfelt thank you to VP Lisa Boyle, along with the NSCC Foundations for their generous support, helping us create a more meaningful and impactful celebration. Our very talented artists, Willem, Adina, and the wonderful band, for sharing their extraordinary talents with us and creating such an amazing vibe. Shout out to the print department for turning our wonderful artists' amazing work into stunning canvases for everyone to enjoy and appreciate. To our guest speakers, Muhyiddin Sholuade, Jane Akinyi, Ms. MLA Adegoke Fadare, thank you for honoring our invitations and sharing your wisdoms. Your words have truly inspired us, and I'm sure we will all be taking something valuable home today. Finally, I would like to appreciate the planning committee, the core team, for without their individual and team efforts, we could not have accomplished what we have today. Each and every one of these people were very fundamental to our success. Here are Barry, our partner from the SA, who handled all the logistics and finances. Diwal Busher Tyndale, the Black Student Services Advisor, for offering support and crucial advice every step of the way. Williams Uzomba for hosting and helping us spread the word out by creating an awesome jingle. Samrin Kaur, the ISA marketing coordinator, who created the beautiful posters and brochures we used to promote this event. Nahom Asefa, the Ivany campus leader, for creating such lovely arts and ensuring everything ran smoothly. Macarena Carreño for handling all the equipment we had, from the mics to the musical instruments. Lastly, I would like to thank each and every one of you who carved out time to make it here and celebrate such an important day with us. Thank you for being here today, not just to celebrate, but honor, acknowledge, and truly understand the depth, resilience, and richness of African heritage. Your presence and participation affirm the importance of Black culture, history, and contributions in Nova Scotia and beyond. May we continue to uplift these stories, embrace this legacy, and work towards a future rooted in unity and recognition. Thank you.